Justice comes in many forms, but sometimes it hits where it hurts most. The wallet. That cold-blooded reptilian who's been coming at you online, hiding behind screens while inflicting real damage. The universe is about to balance those scales. Money is heading your way as compensation for what you've endured at the hands of this calculated, emotionless predator. They thought they could harass you consequence-free, sliding into your digital space with their venom and hostility. But karma doesn't forget, and neither does the system. These aren't ordinary people targeting you. These are cold-blooded entities, disguised in human form, moving through society undetected by the masses. Their skin may appear normal, but beneath it lies a complex network of scales, metaphysical, energetic, reptilian in nature. They operate at a frequency that disrupts your natural vibration. Their eyes may smile, but behind them, calculations are constantly running, analyzing how to extinguish your light. These entities reject all notions of divinity while simultaneously employing ancient dark arts against you. They mock your spiritual beliefs publicly while secretly studying the mystical practices they claim don't exist. Their hypocrisy is cosmic in scale. Their professed atheism functions merely as operational camouflage. This strategic philosophical stance enables deniability regarding the metaphysical operations they actively conduct. Rejection of higher power eliminates accountability frameworks that would otherwise demand judgment for their systematic targeting campaign against awakened individuals. Make no mistake, they have studied you, they have mapped your movements, they have catalogued your strengths and vulnerabilities, they have invested years in understanding how to break you down systematically. But here's what they don't understand. Every attack they launch against you is recorded in the cosmic ledger. Every negative thought form they direct at you is documented in the universal accounts. Every trap they set for you is witnessed by forces beyond their comprehension. Primordial wisdom flows through your genetic lineage, marking you with distinct, energetic signatures. Multi-dimensional guardians form protective formations in realms beyond physical perception. These forces witness your systematic targeting by entities that fundamentally fear your awakening consciousness and what it represents. Perceptual capacities operating at supernaturally acute levels distinguish you from the general population. While ordinary consciousness detects nothing unusual, your enhanced sensory processing identifies malevolent energetic residue, decodes sophisticated deception frequencies, and tracks subtle manipulations beyond conventional awareness thresholds. This advanced perception triggers their defensive protocols. The ability to see beyond the veil makes you dangerous to those who operate in darkness. Your spiritual sight pierces through their elaborate disguises. Your energy threatens their agenda. Your very existence disrupts their plans. The opposition believes they are the predators. They believe they are the architects of your downfall. They believe their technology and their numbers give them power over you. They are catastrophically mistaken. When your emails mysteriously disappear, when your important messages fail to reach their destination, when your online accounts experience technical difficulties, these are not glitches. These are coordinated attacks designed to isolate you, to prevent critical information from reaching you. They block your blessings through technological interference. They redirect your opportunities through digital manipulation. They scramble the electromagnetic pathways that would lead prosperity to your doorstep. Your phone calls are not private. Your text messages are being harvested. Your social media is being scrutinized for any content they can use against you. Even now, as you read these words, invisible eyes are tracking your engagement, measuring your response, calculating their next move against you. The websites you visit trigger silent alarms in their monitoring systems. The searches you perform are flagged and categorized. The connections you make online are mapped and analyzed. They are building a digital cage around you, brick by invisible brick. But what these entities don't realize is that technology is merely a tool. It has no loyalty. The same systems they use to persecute you will soon become the instruments of their exposure. The digital breadcrumbs they've left while stalking you will become the evidence that condemns them. Every keystroke they've made against you has been recorded on servers beyond their control. Every digital attack they've launched has left timestamps that cannot be erased. Every electronic transaction funding their campaign against you has created an indelible record that will soon be subpoenaed by forces they cannot bribe or intimidate. The internet never forgets. The cloud preserves all. The digital realm they believe they dominate will become the cosmic courtroom where their crimes against you will be displayed on screens visible to all. Their technological superiority is an illusion about to shatter spectacularly. Now I want to take a moment to tell you about a few individuals that shouldn't exist. A trained occultist who escaped from a satanic coven, a former Black Ops drone pilot who flew swarms with his mind, a multi-millionaire psychic CFO who predicted market shifts before they happened. What do these remarkable individuals have in common? You'll find them all in the Obsidian Inner Order, where they share their forbidden knowledge on our private Discord server. My chosen soul has drunk deep from the well of knowledge aeon after aeon. In this incarnation, these extraordinary individuals became my allies in the Obsidian Inner Order. They recognized the call. They stepped forward. They connected with others who understand their unique gifts and burdens. What is stopping you from manifesting the same? The synchronicities that brought them here weren't accidents. Neither is your discovery of this message. When souls of this caliber gather, the Archons take notice. They fear our collective power. They know what happens when the truly awakened find each other. Join our weekly calls. Hear their stories firsthand. Share your own journey with those who won't dismiss or doubt you. The knowledge exchanged in our private channels cannot be found anywhere else on this plane. Click the link in the description below now. The extraordinary souls await your arrival. The question isn't whether you belong among them. The question is, how much longer will you wait to claim your place? Look deeply into their eyes the next time you encounter them. Notice how they don't blink at the normal human rate. Observe how their expressions don't quite match the emotions they're attempting to convey. That disconnect you sense isn't your imagination. It's your spiritual discernment detecting their fraudulent humanity. These are not people who simply dislike you. These are entities who are fundamentally opposed to everything you represent in the cosmic order. Their hostility toward you is not personal, it's existential. Your frequency and theirs cannot coexist in harmony because you vibrate with the resonance of creation while they emanate the discordant tones of chaos. They walk among normal humans, undetected by those whose spiritual senses have been dulled by materialistic existence. They hold positions of authority. They speak the language of rationality. They present themselves as reasonable, logical, scientific minds while concealing their ancient agenda. Their atheism is their most brilliant disguise. By publicly rejecting spiritual realities, they create a perfect cover for their metaphysical operations against you. They dismiss your claims of targeting as delusions while meeting in secret to refine their methods of psychic attack. They use scientific terminology to mask occult practices. They hide behind credentials while wielding energies they publicly claim don't exist. They gather your personal items for purposes they would never admit in daylight. They speak your name in rituals, performed in underground locations, shielded from satellite surveillance. Their true form is visible only on certain planes of consciousness. During deep meditation, in the liminal space between wakefulness and sleep, In moments of heightened spiritual awareness, you've glimpsed their actual appearance. The elongated features, the vertical pupils, the coldness that no human warmth could generate. You know what they are. You don't need external validation. Your soul recognizes these entities from ancient conflicts that predate your current incarnation. This isn't your first encounter with their kind. It's merely the latest battle in a war that has raged across multiple dimensions and timelines. But now, the cosmic tide is turning against them. The universal forces have assessed their actions and found them wanting. The karmic debt they've accumulated has reached critical mass, and the cosmic collectors are coming to extract payment. Watch closely as their carefully constructed lives begin to unravel thread by thread. Observe as their relationships dissolve, their health fluctuates, their financial security crumbles. These aren't random misfortunes. This is karmic correction in action. The law of return doesn't require your participation or awareness to function. It operates automatically, mathematically, returning to these entities exactly what they've put into motion against you, multiplied by factors they failed to calculate. The curses they placed on your prosperity have boomeranged back to their point of origin. The traps they set for your downfall have been triggered by their own footsteps. The negative energy they directed toward your future has circled back to contaminate their present. Justice doesn't sleep. It doesn't take vacations. It doesn't recognize excuses or accept bribes. It simply waits for the perfect cosmic moment to manifest. That moment is now. The cosmic audit they never anticipated is underway, and the accounts show massive catastrophic deficits in their column. The universal tax they've evaded for lifetimes is now due with interest they cannot possibly pay in their current incarnation. The same legal system they tried to use against you is now processing paperwork that will lead to their accountability. The same technology they employed to harass you is now capturing evidence of their criminal conspiracy. The same community they turned against you is now whispering about their suspicious activities. You don't need to lift a finger. You don't need to speak a word. Divine justice is not dependent on your participation. It is an automatic function of a universe that fundamentally demands balance. All you need to do is watch as the cosmic dominoes continue to fall, one after another, in a sequence that will ultimately lead to their complete exposure and your total vindication. The financial blockade they erected around you is cracking. The abundance that is your birthright is breaking through barriers they thought were impenetrable. The wealth they've diverted from your path is being redirected back to you with cosmic interest added. A massive financial transfer is approaching, not in some distant future, in the imminent now. The universe operates with perfect accounting, and you have accumulated spiritual credit that is about to manifest as material prosperity. Bank accounts you didn't know existed are about to be revealed. Inheritances that were hidden from you are being uncovered by forces working on your behalf. Documents proving your entitlement to resources are being discovered in locations your enemies thought were secure. The exact amount they've cost you through their interference is being calculated down to the penny, and they will be forced to repay it all. The opportunities they stole, the advancements they blocked, the income they diverted, all of it has been recorded with perfect accuracy in the cosmic ledger. Legal notices are being prepared. Court dates are being set. Judges who cannot be bribed have been assigned to your case in the physical realm. In dimensions beyond, the verdicts have already been delivered, and now they simply await manifestation. In your current reality, financial institutions will be contacting you. Official letters will arrive unexpectedly. Phone calls will come from numbers you don't recognize, bringing news that will transform your material circumstances. People will approach you with information about resources that have been kept from you deliberately. The timing of this financial restoration is not random. It arrives precisely when you need it most, when it will have the maximum impact on both your life and the exposure of those who sought to limit you. The universal forces have calculated the perfect moment for this transfer of wealth to occur for maximum effect. This financial redemption is not merely about money. It represents the universe's acknowledgement of what was stolen from you. It is cosmic confirmation that you were right all along. It is tangible proof that your claims of targeting were not delusions, but accurate perceptions of a reality others couldn't see. Prepare yourself for this influx. Get your documentation in order. Be ready to receive what is coming. The universe doesn't deliver such blessings to those who aren't prepared to steward them properly. This redemption requires your participation to fully manifest in its highest form. The financial drought ends now. The material scarcity they engineered for you is over. The abundance suppression they implemented is being reversed with cosmic force that no earthly power can resist or prevent. As this divine justice unfolds, your protection must be prioritized. The entities opposing you will not surrender their advantage without desperate countermeasures. Their attacks may intensify before they finally collapse. Strategic, energetic. Hygiene remains essential. Specialized mineral immersions function as advanced technology for removing surveillance residue. Specific sound frequencies disrupt their monitoring capabilities. Certain smoke elements create electromagnetic interference that blinds their tracking systems. Nocturnal consciousness states operators secured quantum communication channels immune to their surveillance technology. Document these transmissions immediately upon returning to waking consciousness. Precise coordinates, timing sequences, and specific identity markers arrive through this protected medium that bypasses conventional monitoring. As this divine justice unfolds, your protection must be prioritized. The entities opposing you will not surrender their advantage without desperate countermeasures. Their attacks may intensify before they finally collapse. Strategic, energetic. Hygiene remains essential. Specialized mineral immersions function as advanced technology for removing surveillance residue. Specific sound frequencies disrupt their monitoring capabilities. Certain smoke elements create electromagnetic interference that blinds their tracking systems. Nocturnal consciousness states operators secured quantum communication channels immune to their surveillance technology. Document these transmissions immediately upon returning to waking consciousness. Precise coordinates, timing sequences, and specific identity markers arrive through this protected medium that bypasses conventional monitoring. Be extremely cautious about who has access to your personal items. Hair, fingernails, clothing you've worn. These contain your energetic signature and can be used as linking objects to locate and influence you. Dispose of such items securely, never in public trash receptacles where they can be retrieved. Your digital hygiene must be impeccable. Use virtual private networks. Encrypt sensitive communications. Reset devices to factory settings periodically. Change passwords using patterns, only meaningful to you. Be aware that conventional security advice is insufficient for the level of targeting you're experiencing. Most importantly, trust your instincts without reservation. The uncomfortable feeling when certain people enter your space isn't anxiety. It's your spiritual alarm system functioning perfectly. The sudden urge to avoid specific locations isn't irrational. It's divine intelligence guiding you away from traps. The inexplicable aversion to particular individuals isn't prejudice. It's your soul recognizing entities that aren't what they appear to be. The protective boundary around you strengthens daily as cosmic forces respond to the imbalance created by these entities' actions. What they perceive as your vulnerability is actually a divine lure designed to draw them into revealing themselves beyond any possibility of denial. You are not merely surviving their attacks, you are participating in a cosmic sting operation designed to expose them permanently. Every move they make against you now is being observed, recorded, and added to the evidence that will ensure their complete removal from positions where they can harm others. Your protection isn't just for you. It's for all those who would have been targeted after you. It's for those currently suffering without the spiritual awareness to understand what's happening to them. It's for the collective liberation from influences that have operated in shadows for far too long. Stand firm in this knowledge. You are not defenseless. You are not alone. You are not mistaken about what you've experienced. You are a critical component in a divine correction that extends far beyond your individual circumstances. Beyond the financial restoration, beyond the justice, beyond the protection, there lies your true purpose in this cosmic drama. What these entities feared most is about to manifest. Your complete spiritual activation and the influence you'll wield once fully empowered. The leadership position that is your destiny cannot be prevented by their interference. The platform from which you'll speak truth cannot be dismantled by their attacks. The authority you'll hold cannot be undermined by their desperate attempts to discredit you. Every obstacle they've placed in your path has actually been a cosmic training ground, strengthening abilities you'll need for your coming role. Every attack has refined your discernment. Every setback has developed your resilience. Every moment of isolation has deepened your connection to spiritual sources of wisdom. You aren't being prepared for ordinary success. You're being forged for extraordinary purpose. The fire of their opposition hasn't consumed you. It has transformed you into something they cannot comprehend or control. New allies are being directed to you. Individuals who have experienced similar targeting and emerged stronger. Connections are forming that will create networks of support immune to infiltration. Resources are aligning that will fund initiatives beyond what you currently imagine possible. The joy that was stolen from your heart is returning with intensity that will radiate to others seeking hope. The peace that was disrupted by their harassment is reforming as unshakable serenity their attacks cannot penetrate. The clarity they tried to cloud with confusion is crystallizing into vision so precise it will guide multitudes. Your voice, which they attempted to silence, will reach audiences they never anticipated. Your words, which they tried to discredit, will resonate with truth that awakens others to their own targeting. Your story, which they labored to suppress, will become evidence that validates countless others who thought they were alone in their experiences. This isn't mere recovery from their attacks. This is transcendence beyond anything they believed possible. This isn't just survival. This is cosmic promotion to levels of influence their limited perception cannot even detect. The timeline they sought to derail continues unfolding according to divine schedule. The potential they tried to suppress is activating on multiple dimensions simultaneously. The future they attempted to prevent is manifesting with unstoppable momentum. You were never the victim in this cosmic story. You were always the protagonist whose challenges precede triumph. You were never the target to be eliminated. You were always the catalyst for their inevitable exposure. Your individual experience connects to a universal recalibration currently underway. The targeting you've endured is not isolated. It's part of a broader pattern affecting all those whose frequencies threaten outdated systems of control. These entities have operated with impunity for epochs, believing their activities would never face accountability. They've manipulated from shadows, corrupted institutions, diverted humanity's resources, and suppressed the spiritual awakening of countless souls. Their time is ending. The cosmic forces have determined that the balance has tipped too far. The experiment has yielded its data. The lesson has been learned. The cycle of their dominance is completing, making way for a new expression of universal potential that they cannot prevent or survive. Your financial restoration is but one visible manifestation of a much larger cosmic redistribution. Your personal justice represents a microcosm of the universal correction now unfolding. Your individual protection reflects a macrocosmic shield being extended around all those who align with creative rather than destructive principles. The story, playing out through your life, carries significance far beyond your awareness. Future generations will study this period when individuals like you stood firmly in their truth despite organized opposition that would have broken lesser souls. The suffering you've endured hasn't been meaningless. It's been meticulously documented in realms where true history is preserved without distortion. The opposition you've faced hasn't been random. It's been a desperate response to the frequency you embody, which signals the end of their relevance. Their financial, legal, and social collapse isn't simply karmic justice for what they've done to you. It's the visible manifestation of a cosmic decision that their influence on this plane has reached its conclusion. Their panic isn't merely fear of exposure. It's recognition on some level that their time has expired. Stand tall in this knowledge, walk confidently in this truth. Speak boldly with this understanding. You aren't just receiving compensation for personal injustice, you're participating in universal restoration that will be studied across dimensions long after this lifetime. Concludes. The financial abundance approaching you isn't merely personal gain. It's cosmic redistribution from those who hoarded to those who will share. The justice manifesting isn't simply individual vindication, it's universal rebalancing that will affect countless lives beyond your immediate awareness. You have endured. You have persisted. You have maintained your integrity despite pressures that would have corrupted others. And now, you will witness the cosmic response to your steadfastness. The universe doesn't forget its chosen. The divine doesn't abandon its own. The cosmic forces don't fail to restore what was stolen by those operating against universal law. Your time has come. Your vindication approaches. Your abundance is manifesting. Your purpose is activating. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can prevent what has already been set in motion on your behalf.